What if I told you some of the biggest companies you know are quietly moving north, entire divisions, headquarters, and billions in assets? It's happening now, and it's reshaping the modern economy. These aren't startups, we're talking about American giants. Their new destination? Canada. This is about jobs, taxes, and the future of the US economy. Today, we'll reveal 6 major US corporations making the move, and why. We dug through financials, corporate statements, and economic data to bring you the real story. What does Canada offer that the US doesn't? The answer is more surprising than you think. We'll break down the reasons, tax benefits, regulations, and more. Let's dive into the great corporate migration north. Let's start with Walmart, an icon of American retail. While the US market is saturated, Canada offers Walmart room to grow. Walmart is investing billions in Canada, new distribution centers, tech upgrades, and modernized stores. Why? Canadian consumers love Walmart's model, and the competition is different. Canada's corporate tax structure is often more favorable for multinationals. Walmart is also tapping into Canada's skilled tech workforce, especially in cities like Toronto and Vancouver. As Walmart competes with Amazon, Canadian tech talent is a huge asset, sometimes at a lower cost than Silicon Valley. In recent years, Walmart Canada has spent over $3.5 billion modernizing its supply chain. Massive fulfillment centers like the 430,000 square foot facility in Alberta show this is a long-term play. The Canadian government offers incentives and a streamlined regulatory process, making it easier for Walmart to expand quickly. Regulatory ease is a powerful magnet for investment. This expansion is also a strategic hedge. Diversifying operations in a stable country protects Walmart from US economic shifts. By building distribution hubs in Canada, Walmart can serve both Canadian stores and parts of the northern US, creating a more resilient logistics network. The operational map is shifting north. So, while you shop at Walmart, remember, a big part of its future is being built in Canada. Even the most American companies are looking beyond US borders for growth. Walmart's Canadian conquest is a calculated, quiet expansion. It's about more than sales, it's about building a North American retail empire. Canada is now a central pillar of Walmart's strategy. The chessboard has changed, and Canada is a key piece. The migration is real, and Walmart is leading the way. Next, Burger King, a story that sparked a national debate about corporate loyalty and taxes. In 2014, Burger King merged with Tim Hortons, a Canadian coffee giant. The new parent company, Restaurant Brands International, set up headquarters in Canada. This was a classic tax inversion. By moving its tax residency to Canada, Burger King slashed its corporate tax bill. At the time, US corporate tax rates were among the highest in the world. The move saved Burger King hundreds of millions. The backlash in the US was fierce. Boycotts, political outrage, and accusations of unpatriotic behavior. But from a business perspective, the tax savings were undeniable. The deal was backed by Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, adding credibility. The new Canadian parent company became a global fast food powerhouse. Profits now flowed to Canada, not the US Treasury, a major loss of tax revenue for America. With a lower tax base, Restaurant Brands International could reinvest more in global expansion. The Canadian headquarters became the command center for Burger King and Tim Hortons worldwide. This move set a precedent, showing other US corporations that moving to Canada could be incredibly lucrative. It put pressure on US lawmakers to reform the tax code. The 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which lowered US corporate taxes, was partly a response to deals like this. The next time you eat a Whopper, remember, the real drama is in the boardroom, not the kitchen. It's a story of 2 national icons, a billion-dollar merger, and a controversial tax strategy. Burger King's throne moved from Miami to a Toronto suburb. In big business, the bottom line often outweighs national pride. The Burger King deal changed the game, and it won't be the last. General Electric, founded by Thomas Edison, a symbol of American innovation. Yet even GE has shifted key operations north to Canada. This isn't a full headquarters move, but a strategic relocation of high-value divisions. The turning point: GE's gas engine division moved to Welland, Ontario, instead of expanding in Wisconsin. Why? The US Export-Import Bank, which helped GE finance international sales, became mired in political gridlock. Without reliable US support, GE turned to Canada's Export Development Canada, a stable, predictable partner. By building in Canada, GE secured the financing needed to win global contracts. The Canadian government offered incentives, tax breaks, and support for the new factory. For Welland, it meant hundreds of high-paying jobs. For Wisconsin, a lost opportunity. This move highlights the importance of regulatory and political stability. Companies like GE plan for decades. They need predictable rules. Canada offered that stability, the US did not. Beyond financing, Canada's focus on advanced manufacturing and clean energy aligns with GE's future. The Welland factory is now a vital part of GE's global strategy. It's a lesson government policy can push jobs and investment across borders. Economic competitiveness isn't just about taxes, it's about reliability. GE's Canadian operations are no longer a small outpost, they're essential. The decisions made in Washington have real-world consequences. For GE, Canada offered what the US could not: certainty. And that certainty brought jobs north. Johnson Controls, a giant in building efficiency, has a complex story: a merger, a move to Ireland, and a major presence in Canada. In 2016, Johnson Controls merged with Tyco International, officially relocating to Ireland for tax reasons. But Canada is the operational heart, with major offices, R&D, and thousands of employees. The company leverages Irish tax rates, US market access, and Canadian business advantages. Canada offers a highly skilled workforce and generous R&D tax credits. Its focus on green building standards creates strong demand for Johnson Controls products. The company's structure is global legal HQ in Ireland, operations in Canada, market in the US. This unbundling lets them maximize efficiency and profit. For the US, it means losing both tax revenue and high-value jobs to Canada. Johnson Controls shows how multinationals now play by global rules. Medtronic, a leader in medical devices, followed a similar playbook. In 2015, Medtronic acquired Irish-based Covidien and moved its tax base to Ireland. The result? Billions saved in taxes and easier access to global cash. Canada is a key operational hub, with a major headquarters in Ontario. Canada's single-payer healthcare system creates a stable, predictable market for Medtronic's products. The company works closely with Canadian health authorities and invests in local talent. Canada's thriving life sciences sector and R&D incentives make it a prime location for innovation. Medtronic's structure: Irish for taxes, US for history, Canada for operations. Each location serves a strategic purpose. The US lost tax revenue and jobs, while Canada gained investment and innovation. Medtronic's move was a wake-up call for US tax policy. Valeant Pharmaceuticals is a different story. A small California company acquired by Canada's BioVale, then transformed into a pharmaceutical giant. The Canadian headquarters enabled a controversial growth strategy by drug companies /R&D and hike prices. Canada's lower tax rates and complex corporate structures fueled Valeant's acquisition spree. Being based in Canada also shielded Valeant from some US scrutiny. The company exploited US patent loopholes while reaping profits in Quebec. Eventually, Valeant's aggressive tactics led to scandal, investigations, and a rebrand as Bausch Health. But the company remains a major player, still headquartered in Canada. Valeant's story is a cautionary tale: a Canadian base, US market loopholes, and a focus on profit over innovation. It shows the dark side of corporate migration, where the move is about exploiting, not building. US policies helped create the opportunity, but Canada reaped the rewards. The lesson: corporate migration isn't always about jobs. It can be about gaming the system. Valeant's rise and fall is a warning for both countries. The rules of the game matter. So, what does it all mean? 6 major corporations, Walmart, Burger King, GE, Johnson Controls, Medtronic, and Valeant, found strategic advantages by moving north. This isn't just a trend, it's a response to global competition for investment, talent, and tax revenue. For the US, it's a slow leak of jobs, tax dollars, and innovation. Canada has found answers to attract these companies: skilled talent, incentives, and stability. The future of the American economy depends on creating an environment where companies want to build and hire at home. This corporate migration is a wake-up call. Are these companies smart or unpatriotic? What should the US do? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives. Thanks for watching.